Hello again, everybody. Zack Attack is here with my WWE Raw review for tonight, Monday, December 7th, 2015, from Charleston, South Carolina, with WWE still battling ratings trouble and heading towards TLC, with this being the go-home show. WWE needs something to entice people to watch Raw. And of course, Vince reports were saying that he wanted to make some changes. Well, how about having the scheduled main event go on first? Like tonight's first match was the match I thought might have been the main event. But he didn't want people to change the channel. It had more excitement to Raw. And with this being the last show before TLC, the go-home show, I thought tonight's Raw was okay. I probably would have, it could be it was a decent Raw. Decent action in there, especially a good match between the IC champion and former IC champion. Plus a lot of matches made for TLC tonight that we kind of thought would happen. Including a tables match, a ladders match, and a chairs match. 7 matches to go along with the total match of all 3. That's Sheamus and Reigns. And I thought the first 2 hours are good. I think third hour kind of felt pedestrian. The last segment was okay. Makes you want to get a subscription to the network? Maybe. Especially a lot of old school stuff now uploaded to the network. That's cool. You know, old Mid-South and NWA. NWA's uploading on there, so it's cool that it's starting to put some old school on there. Well, let's get to the new school. Meet old school. As we began Raw with Sheamus and the League of Nations. Of course, they were founded last week. And looked dominant in the main event last week. Even though it's kind of a slow main event. You know, but the 7-on-4 handicap match. With the New Day getting involved in that match. And no, Kevin Owens did not get added to the troupe. There was a lot of rumors about him being added, but he wasn't added tonight. But Sheamus and the League of Nations talk about their dominance, about how they're the greatest athletes in the world, while battling USA chants and you look stupid chants, of course, aimed towards the champion. And she was like, there's no other 4 men that can stand up to us. Bang! Here comes the Wyatt family. I was like, wait a minute, Wyatt's a turning babyface now? But then the Dudleys came out. Of course, Dudleys with Tommy Dreamer, who returned last week, who many people like me thought it was Spike Dudley. And over the weekend, Bubba Ray Dudley said there was going to be a 4th member to be added, a 4th friend to make it an even 4-4 for a 4-on-4 tables match. We all knew that was going to happen at TLC. It's the Dudleys, Tommy Dreamer, and their mystery partner, Spike Dudley! Spike! No! Why no? Okay, I'll take it. I'll take mine, but once again, we want the full Dudley family reunion with Spike. Maybe there's some bad blood with WWE and Spike, or Spike's retired. But why no? Makes sense. Why no? That's because of the ECW connection. He's been in NXT recently. You know, he was wrestling matches in NXT with Baron Corbin and all them guys. And he was last seen there during the tag team tournament. Lost to Baron after they turned on each other. He grew a full-on goatee in 2 months. Interesting. But once we were going to see a Dudley Wyatt brawl, here comes Reigns, Ambrose, and the Usos. That led to our first match of the night, which I thought might have been the main event, probably. It's very complicated, I'll say it. An 8-man fatal 4-way tag team elimination match. 4 teams would compete in a fatal 4-way style match to start out with 4 men, 1 from each team starting off. And if 1 man gets pinned, the entire team is out. So they're using the same rules they used during the Divas tag at SummerSlam. When it was the 3-team match and 1 member pinned, the entire team's out. So I thought it was a smart move from WWE's part. Not only make people want to stay to the wall, but also make it a fast-paced start to Raw, especially after that slow-going main event last week. So I thought it was more faster-paced. Of course, Usos were in there. I think one of the Usos injured his leg last week, but thankfully he recovered fine. Whether it was storyline or not, he's recovered fine. Especially with the triple threat match between the New Day and Usos and Lucha Dragons. Triple threat ladder match. That should be awesome. They just added the ladder to it tonight. So we had a fun little matchup with Tommy Dreamer wearing these polka dot pants for Dusty Rhodes as he eliminated the Wyatts as the first members out. As Tommy Dreamer delivered a DDT onto Warren. A lot of high five from everybody, especially the Usos and Ray. I didn't see a lot of Ambrose in the match, though. The Ambrose should have been in the match a little bit more. Reigns was in it a lot. Especially when it came down to the final two teams. I think we should know at this point we were going to see the final two teams being Reigns' team and the League of Nations. That's exactly what happened with the Dudley Boys and their team getting eliminated by Rusev. Getting distracted. Like 3D was all over the place. Like Dudley's eliminated 3 days, trying to go for what's up. Then Sheamus came in, forwarded him, bro kick, unbubbling the 1-2-3 victory for the League of Nations, eliminating the Dudleys. So like I said, it came down to the team of Reigns and the Usos and Ambrose against the team of the League of Nations. Isolation of the Usos. Usos, Rusev, and Sheamus hot tags in and out. Isolating, including bit of Bear got into a little bit. Then the hot tag is Reigns. They really got in there a bit. Got speared, Superman punches and all that stuff. Then did a drive-by on Sheamus. And Reigns got distracted by a bit from Sheamus as they really trying to take advantage of it. Even put Reigns in a cross arm break at one point. But then the Uso came up the top rope, stopped it by basically splashing on top of Del Rio to break the hold. And with Reigns still recovering from the cross arm breaker attempt, Reigns was about to get broke kicked by Sheamus. He was setting up for the broke kick, including parrying Roman Reigns' punch. But then spear by Reigns, 1-2-3 victory for Reigns and his team, eliminating Sheamus' team as the last team in this matchup. So a very decent and high flying, in fact, decently more faster pace than that brooding main event of last week's Raw, for sure. I think, like I said, a decent way to open up the show. You got some decent feuds there, you know, the Dudleys and Wyatts, and Reigns and Sheamus trying to add a little bit of excitement as they can with this feud. And make it the first match. I'm surprised they made it the first match instead of the main event, but I think they were desperate. Like, hey, let's make this main event match now so people can stay tuned to Raw for the rest of the night. Instead of changing the channel. So there you go. And they kind of made us not to change channel because the next match was pretty good. Kevin Owens against Dolph Ziggler. With Tyler Breeze at ringside. I think Breeze and Ziggler ain't done yet. They had their rematch last week, I think, and Ziggler won. Both men have a match over each other. So we should have a woman match soon between them and a better match than they have been recently. Like on paper, these two should have good matches, but they haven't had their best match yet. But against Owens and Ziggler tonight, they are making a change, having good guys wrestle each other and giving them good time to wrestle. They gave them a very long time to wrestle, and they benefited from that time. It was allowed to a slow build, and it got good. You know, really good action, really good back and forth. Owens looked like a good heel here. Beating the crap out of Ziggler, rearing him against the wing post, and just really nailing on him throughout the matchup. But he tried for his big splashes, and Ziggler tried to fight back with his big moves. The Famouser, even a top rope move. A lot of big moves from both these guys. Very great match. I'm also glad that even though Breeze was at ringside, he didn't get too involved. He just sat there in his VIP booth with Summer Rae just watching the spectator. Also watching the spectator. Backstage, though, drinking popcorn, sipping soda and eating popcorn like I would normally do as well watching Raw. Eating popcorn, but I didn't eat popcorn tonight. I ate a late dinner. Ooh, Mr. Birthday Boy, Dean Ambrose. Of course, he'll be taking on with his buddy. Will be taking on Owens. This time, the IC Championship. Of course, they face off a Survivor Series in that semifinal match, which is a good match. I think they have a better match now than it is for the IC Championship. So, a lot of spectators. One in the ring side area. One out of the area backstage. Being Ambrose. Ziggler and Owens is another good match. Probably one of the best matches in the world in a while. It was very fast paced, very good action. Both these guys delivered. Great DDT out the that DDT on the floor from Ziggler at one point. God, it was a nasty DDT. But despite Ziggler's great fight with the Famouser, He got caught with the pop-up power bomb in the 1-2-3 victory for the IC champion Owens. But instead of his music playing, Impulse's music started playing. With Popcorn and Pop still in hand, he strolled down to the ring, staring down Owens, threw his popcorn at him, and spit his popcorn, playing mind games, heading towards this Sunday. At TLC, I wish their match had a stipulation to it. I wish they were the one that had a ladder match or a chairs match. But they were probably still a good match without a stip anyway. That's how good these guys are. They're going to give them some time, like they did tonight with Owens and Ziggler. Really good matchup on Raw. Finally capitalizing on but very interesting start with the great first match, and of course the great match between Owens and Ziggler. Great wrestling match, just great athletic matchup to kick things off and continue momentum. And we continue with Team Bad. Sasha Banks in the house, and she will team up with Naomi to team up against the Bella Twins. Not one's out, so we have Brie and Alicia Fox. Of course, Team Bad's all about unity. Nice Chappelle Show reference, ladies. Nice Chappelle Show reference. Rick James, bitch. You don't get it. You got some execution to do, people. Of course, the infamous Chappelle Show, Rick James episode. Famous scene when Rick James / Dave Chappelle put his fist in Charlie Murphy's face and it had unity on his, like the witness said unity. Unity! And that's what Lace was like, unity! They were trying to show it even though there was some miscommunication. At some point with Tamina seeing her partners, Naomi and Sasha Banks kind of have a miscue and also bumping into each other. And they want to show more of Sasha. They should have had more of her in this match. Like, it was a decent Divas tag, but I think they should have had more Sasha in there. She was in there for spurts. You know, she was in there for 20 seconds, tag back Naomi. I know the tag match. Understandable. She had a singles match instead, but she had that singles match last week against Brie. So I only want to give Naomi some shine too, and I love Naomi too, but it's like she's like Woody from Toy Story. Woody was the old man on the block, the old guard. But then this new shiny new thing comes to town. We all want the new shiny thing. And the new shiny thing is the boss, Sasha Banks. And that's the thing. We want the new shiny thing that looks gorgeous. And is ratchet to some people's eyes. So about the rich communication, Tamina helping him in the cheating ways. I like to have been cheating a lot, trying to be heels. Distracted the Bellas long enough for Naomi to get the weird V-ring. Not only Tamina got involved, but there was also a distraction from Sasha Banks as well. So double distraction led to the rear view from Naomi in the 1-2-3 victory for Team Bad. So these are little Divas tag match. Sure, but we should think more of Sasha, but at least we got to see Sasha prance around a little bit. And get a little goofy when the New Day came out with the new unicorn hats. Now, Team Bad and the New Day has been having some backstage segments on SmackDown and also some great funny videos on the internet. So to see them in the ring in a real segment with the Team Bad being given their own unicorn hats and dance around, that was a funny segment. Of course, New Day is probably one of the most entertaining things of Raw these days. If they make a Team Bad New Day thing, like a real faction with those guys, oh God, that'd be excellent. So I've been applauding New Day since they finally became themselves and really embraced being heels and they're really funny comedy heels. And they proved they get tonight with a funny promo about being forced to be in a triple threat. We all knew that between Usos and the Lucha Dragons, but they added the ladder into it. That should be awesome. We could, man. People like me, we want to bring back the Attitude Era. Bring it back by having these three guys be the new equivalent to the Dudleys, Hardys, and Anti-Christian. Three great tag teams who put on excellent matches together. And they have potential. They're great tag teams. But to really fulfill their potential, they have to put on a great match. a great ladder match at TLC, especially with the main event and all. They should be a show stealer. Expect a lot of high spots, specifically from Usos and Lucha Dragons. But instead of both teams, we have just one team taking on the New Day. Usos were at ringside commentating, as New Day would take on the Lucha Dragons in our next affair. There were some botches. I think Sin Cara kind of botched something, like he was trying to do it for Hikawana, he kind of botched it. That's one of the main things with the Lucha Dragons. They kind of botched a lot. But despite the high-flying moves of Lucha Dragons, the strength and power of Big E get the best of him, because it was Big E and Kofi. Xavier was at ringside. So it's Big E was taking Kalisto up in the air and just beating him up until Sin Cara got in there with some big moves before botching a little bit. This decent little tag team affair kind of gave you some taste of the pay-per-view this Sunday. Xavier was prancing with the trombone, and the Usos were on commentary, as I mentioned. And they headed up. They beat down Xavier, took the trombone, and that distraction was enough for Kofi to get distracted, got rolled up by Sin Cara, 1-2-3 victory for the Lucha Dragons, pinning the tag team champions. We saw two champions get pinned tonight. We saw Sheamus get pinned during the match against Reigns in the elimination tag. And now we see the Lucha Dragons pinning the New Day, the tag team champs. And Xavier threw his hat down, and all New Day was upset with the loss. And that Usos screwed him over with that by attacking Xavier and taking the trombone with him. So there you go. There you go with that. Now on to our next scenario. We have Miz TV. Yeah. Miz TV. Involving Charlotte and Ric Flair. Now, Charlotte's kind of teasing being healed by her. Kind of winning with the help of her dad against Becky on Monday. Last Monday. And we got the what happened on SmackDown. So we had Miz TV. We had a little side thing too. Apparently Miz is doing this thing with Neville. There's this program that's starting. It could be interesting. With Miz trying to get Neville to be a star because he's like some A-lister. He even had a cheap plug for USA show Donnie. So then we have Miz TV. I thought Charlotte needed some more personality. I liked this Miz TV. Although it was kind of like switched off. It looked like she was trying to be a heel with this new attitude. And Miz was like grilling her about it. She was talking like a David Rolex time. And kind of interesting segment until Miz brought up Paige and what she said. And Paige was like, Charlotte was trying to ignore Miz, trying to switch the topic around. And then she did say something about Paige, about that awful backstabbing piece of trash. She turned face again a little bit. That brought out Paige. Little baby Flair's got some attitude. It was a little bit of a ploy, as Ric Flair was trying to get Charlotte not to fight Paige. Being goaded into it. As a preview for this Sunday, they will face off at TLC. As we should have guessed, they would face off. And hopefully the program will end. But Paige has already made his feud personal by making, of course, a cheap Heat reference at the Flair family expanse about Weed Flair. But she slapped Ric Flair, which caused Charlotte to beat down Paige, have a little mini brawl to end Miz TV. Decent Miz TV. Ric Flair will be in the corner of Paige. There was even a funny reference at Mrs. Wife, Maryse. Interesting. I mean, Paige is getting a lot of shots. You know, she's been getting a lot of shots recently in the Divas Championship. Hopefully this is the last shot. We need someone else to get a shot. We all know who it is. Don't make me say it's Sasha Charlotte. Yeah. We're good. We're good. Hey, Pete. Do you want to talk about change Paige needs to get out of the picture. And it seems like it's going to be headed that way. Especially if Charlotte has her dad at ringside Sunday to really solidify this possible heel turn scene. And probably see Charlotte get the help from her dad to get the victory. And finally get the match we all want to see. Sasha Charlotte. Broken record. It takes, like, we as the internet wrestling community have to make these videos and make our statements to bash these ideas in WWE's heads till they finally say, okay, we get it. You want Sasha Charlotte. We're probably going to give it to you. I even said Mania. Time's now, ladies and gentlemen, for this feud to finally go down. Honor me, wrestler, and give them the time. Give them their freedom to be individuals like they were in NXT. That's the thing. Freedom and individuality. Now I'm going to go on a lengthy rant like I did last week about WWE not having the freedom to give people freedom and break the chains of having long feuds and matches. I think they finally lifted those by having a long match between Owens and Dolph tonight. Like I said, the changes are coming. They're finally trying to listen to the fans. It's going to be a slow process. But at least they're putting some effort. Especially this one tonight. Until the last segment. Kind of felt, like I said, last hour felt pedestrian. But a decent one, nonetheless. So we head towards the pedestrian hour. Rusev against Ryback, stemming from it's a rematch from what happened last week when Rusev got whammed against the steps by Ryback when Lana got hit in the hip. It looked like Rusev had some compassion. Well, Lana had some compassion, but I was like, wait a minute, is Rusev supposed to be heel? Or is he turning face because of Lana thing? Because he's supposed to be part of the League of Nations as a heel. Well, Lana turned full on heel. As Ryback and Rusev had an okay little matchup. There was one little spot that I kind of thought was interesting. Was Ryback was going to the top rope, but he had like a little splash. We never seen Ryback do a little. He went through the rope. It did like a little splash, a corkscrew splash. It was sloppy, very sloppy, but effective. I'll give Ryback credit for something new, but that was really sloppy. A for effort, F for execution. No, C- for execution, Ryback. At least you're trying. Anyway, they brought on the outside. And then once again, Ryback ran inadvertently against Lana. And now Lana got hurt again. But it was a trap this time. Lana wanted to get at Ryback to make her get hurt. So she could set up Ryback to get hit by Rusev. And it was indeed a trap as Rusev would lay out Ryback with the accolade, the only screwy ending of the night, double countout. Yay! No screwy endings. That's another good thing about Raw this week. No screwy endings this week. We had no DQs, no countouts much. We only had one double countout. But we had no shitty endings tonight like we did last week. We had abundance of shitty endings last week. So I'm not the biggest fan of screwy endings unless they had purpose. They did have purpose last week, but I'm glad there was not much screwy endings tonight besides the ending of the Ryback Rusev match. So there you go. They may have another match. That's a big groan. But hey, we wanted these two to feud over the U.S. Championship a few months ago when Ryback had a little push before it got derailed a bit. So there you go. Lana's embracing heel now again. She changes roles as much as she changes clothes, you know. So there you go. Then we had a match that was in process as the it was kind of a sloppy way to come into it. Like Swagger against Stardust. We got no entrances. We just got to the match. It was a very quick and miss match with Titus O'Neil at ringside. Apparently Titus O'Neil has some sort of feud with Stardust for some reason. That's about as random as Adam Rose's new tabloid shoot. Oh, wait a minute. Adam Rose's segment. I'll get to that in a second. But Swagger, quick match against Stardust. Stardust with okay offense. Titus was at ringside commentating. Swagger got a, like I said, it was a very quick and miss match. Called for the Swagger bomb, missed it, but then he got the ankle lock, the Patriot lock. After Stardust getting suplex and missing the disaster kick leading up to that Patriot lock, bang. Stardust gets the tap out, but then Swagger was celebrating. Here comes Alberto Del Rio attacking with a steel chair with Zeb Coulter in tow and running out. But it was a funny segment when Del Rio was trying to run out. He tripped on Zeb Coulter's amigo. and then Swagger hit him with a chair. Now we may have a chairs match, and it's official now. Every TLC, I said earlier in the beginning of the show, of this video, that we usually have a tables match, a ladder match, a chairs match, and of course all 3 TLC. Now we have all 4 matches set. The TLC main event, Sheamus against Reigns. Tables match, the 8-man elimination tag with the Dudleys and Rhino and Tommy Dreamer against all 4 Wyatt family members. Of course, the 8-man elimination table match means all 4 men of the opposite team must go through a table. That's how you individually eliminate people. Then, of course, you have the ladder match, tag team ladder match, and now the chairs match. Del Rio against Swagger. I think Zeb Coulter might be going back to Swagger because I think Del Rio doesn't need him that much anymore because the Max America thing kind of fell flat. You know, it was kind of interesting to see Zeb Coulter with Del Rio. It was kind of a weird twist because we've seen Zeb Coulter with Swagger, but the Max America thing kind of fell flat. And we kind of saw hints of Zeb Coulter being fired by Del Rio after Del Rio got mad about being tripped up by his amigo. So we see Zeb Coulter once again saying, "Will you please rise and put your hand over your hearts, and with a loud voice, repeat with us and say, 'We the people.'" So we shall see what happens with Coulter and Swagger. Over the next match, Tommy Dreamer against Braun Strowman. These 2 wrestled twice tonight. It was kind of like revenge for the Wyatts because they needed a little bit of payback after Tommy Dreamer eliminated them. Like he was the one to eliminate the Wyatts in that 16-man, 4-man, fatal 4-way tag team elimination match to begin the night. So Dreamer and Strowman was an okay little match. Nothing special. It was, yeah. Tommy did okay with the limitations of Strowman. He's getting a little bit better as a wrestler. He's a brawler still, but he's trying his best. As Tommy tried to go for his big speed moves and try to end up with a DDT, Strowman would get him that bear hug hold of his, and then, boom. So there you go with that. Now on to our next scenario, the final segment of the night that kind of brought Raw to a very questionable ending. Because this Raw was a decent Raw tonight for being the goal for TLC and some good matches. They want to make some changes. Like I said, the changes are going to be slow going. It's going to be a slow and long, steady process. But at least they're trying with some great efforts, some great matches tonight. Like I said, with Owens and Ziggler. These are tag team matches. But the last segment with a lot of talking. It dragged. Roman Reigns and Sheamus. This segment, the talking part was dragging. It just... Ugh. It was corny at best, too, because Roman Reigns proved that he does live up to the John Cena comparison. Comparing him to John Cena when it comes to how he's pushed down our throats and how he wrestles. At least there is one comparison between Roman and John Cena that is accurate. They both tell corny jokes. And this is, of course, TVPG now. We can't say you don't have any balls. How about, since Sheamus is Irish, how about he has no potatoes? And his balls are the size of a tater tot. And you have the fans shitting tater tot. Ah! PG era, guys! This is the only, like, that's the only cheesy part of the night. Was the tater tot thing. And it was laggy. It was fucking dragging, way too drawn out. With Sheamus saying, "I'm not going to get in there until you get all this chair stuff out of the way." It was just so tedious, you know what I mean? It was so dragging, this talking part. It felt like the brawl to end the night, that kind of made up for the talking part. It just, but kind of slowed it down a bit. It was just so long, so overdrawn out. Should just 40 immediately instead of like 3 minutes of talking. It was just, you're not talking, you're just talking, you're yapping, you're not fighting. It was just 2 girls just chit-chatting each other until one of them steps up and decides to fucking brawl. That's what this was. You know, just 2 little girls. You got No, you come. No, you go. Until one of us was like, okay, I'll come. You know what I mean? This what the entire segment was until I got the brawl, and then the brawl was on. You know, brought around the arena. Nailed against the ladder. There was a lot of ladders there, and Roman got nailed against one of the ladders, and they were even on the stage at one point. Sheamus went through a table on stage, but it didn't break. But there was a portion when Sheamus was going to put Reigns through a table, but then Reigns, there was a couple tables set up against the ring apron. And Sheamus nailed Reigns off the announce table. He kind of tossed him over it. It was celebrating, then Reigns came back up. Spear! Sheamus through the tables. One of them broke on the apron, ending with Reigns standing tall upon Sheamus, who fell upon a ladder. So a decent brawl to end the show, even though we had to get through a long, tedious talking portion to get to it. That was the only drag about this Raw, was the talking segment to end. It just felt so long and drawn out. It was just so long, especially added with the fucking corny joke from Reigns. You know, talking about using potatoes and tater tots for analogy, that instead of saying the ball, your balls, you don't have any balls. Your balls are the size. You have no nut. Instead of saying that you have no potatoes. You have a small tater tot. Ugh. The kids are chanting tater tot. That's like the people at NXT. Yeah, hey, we want some melee. But not knowing they're chanting a 2 Live Crew song. Hey, we want some pussy. That's also like WWE naming. The first name for PCB was the Submission Team. That ended up being the name of a porn site. Yeah, the Submission Sorority, which is the name, like I said, of a porno site. So that's the thing that we try to go PG on us and try to go so cheesy. That's what they did, you know? So there you go, my thoughts on tonight's Raw. A decent one. Going into TLC, not bad of a Raw tonight. You know, it's an improvement. It's slow, but hey, we're heading towards WrestleMania now, so they gotta pick up the pace here. But at least they're on the right track, and hopefully they don't veer off that track anytime soon. With that in mind, you've been attacked by the review from Zach. Thank you so much. Okay, Raw tonight. Decent match, especially Owens and Ziggler. Like I said, at least we're on the right track, like I said. See you later! Yeah.